Hello, boringreviewnation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we are here today to bring you another song reaction fresh off the presses on one Mr. Sir Elton John. Bro, what do you got to do to get knighted? I just want to add Sir in front of my name.
First,
that sounds cool.
You
I'm
have
just
to be
saying.
British.
You have to be. Oh man, can I be a little bit British?
I want art.
Can I be a little bit British?
No,
no, not a little bit.
bit.
It's not like cricket where anybody could be, English and just.
Do you think there's got to be someone that's been knighted that's not British? There's got to be. You think if Jesus himself was alive, he would at least get knighted?
That's a good question. I would think the Queen would knight Jesus. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Jeez.
But with that being said, let us know in the chat that, can you get knighted if you're not British? I'm assuming somebody who has been knighted that's not British.
Yeah, I would assume for the most part you have to be British. But yes, you have to know the Queen too. So good luck with that. So we're checking out Elton John, like he said, Your Song. Now this is a song, I'm not going to say too much about it. Besides, I love it. Curious what he thinks about it. I don't want to give anything away. Let it come into it fresh. But this is a song I'm just really interested on your opinion about for different reasons. If you like our reaction, we're going to have him react to it for the very first time. Do you know this by any chance?
Don't know this song. Like I said, I knew one Elton John song, and it was Rocket Man, and that was because of Big Bang Theory. And I've never even heard the full thing. I just know that Rocket Man because it was a dude's ringtone. That's about it. That's about it.
That's all he's got. He's going to let us know if any of it's familiar. The last time I was surprised, it's from the very, very chorus of Tiny Dance for him to get it. Check out that reaction if you haven't seen it yet. If you like this reaction, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
And let's go ahead and listen to the Knighted One singing Your Song. Here we go.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling shoe. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, yeah, and this one's for you. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind.
I've heard that.
That I put down in words how wonderful life is while you're in the world.
Just that part.
I hope that you don't mind. I didn't even know that's what it said yet. Just that.
I sat on the roof and kicked off the moss. Well, a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I put down in words
let me ask you. And this is probably my, I don't know, pig-headedness, because I always like to, or maybe my ADHD, man, I always like to put things into certain boxes, right? It's got to be in a certain category. And like, I'm gonna ask you what genre. This is not rock, okay? It's not. Wow, the look he gave me that death stare.
What would you call it? It's not country.
That's why I'm asking you. It's not country. It's not rock. It's rock. More.
It's rock.
How can it be rock? You got like no guitar, no. Forget about the solo. It doesn't even need to have a solo to be a rock. It has like, it's him and his piano, maybe a drum in the back. How is that considered rock? What defines rock then at that point? Maybe I just don't have a true definition of what rock is.
And this might just be my opinion. I don't know. Growing up, my dad only listened to specific genres. He did not listen to country. He did not listen to rap. He did not listen to alternative. He listened to rock and roll. He listened to classic rock. He listened to soft rock. He listened to not really even hard rock. He actually did like Metallica when me and my brothers introduced him to it, which is kind of cool. But he listened to rock. So that's why I first say this is rock. I wouldn't even call this folk music. Folk music is a little softer than this, kind of like a Billy Joel, not Billy Joel, but oh my gosh, why can't I think of the word right now? Oh my goodness, gosh, the Knock on Heaven's Door, Bob Dylan. Bob Dylan's kind of more folk music. I like folk music a lot too. I would just call it soft rock. Now he is a piano player. I get that, but you have keyboards. I mean, we saw the Rammstein, the guy on the keyboard on the treadmill, for crying out loud. You had the drums right there. You had the percussion. Most of his songs are going to involve a guitar. Right. But I see what you're saying. You're thinking rock and roll as like that electric guitar, that guitar solo, this or that. I get that.
Even if you think of,
I would still call it rock music.
If you think about Elvis, right? King of rock. It doesn't have to have an electric guitar, but there's a certain sound to like.
He definitely had a guitar.
To rock, yeah. And I think one would be you got to have that guitar. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just. But with that being said, I know I've already used this adjective.
Pop rock.
It's called
soft rock.
Pop rock, soft
glam rock.
Okay, then again, my definition of rock needs to expand then.
Different variations of rock.
I've used this adjective, but before, this is the only word I can think of. His songs are beautiful. At least the last two songs, they're beautiful. And I don't think I describe any other rock or soft rock or as beautiful. Some are just, man, that's crazy. This doesn't slay. This isn't a Metallica. Oh, that slays. I just want to get rip somebody's head off, go on a treadmill or buzz.
Elton John not slay?
Come on, you're not listening to that when you're like trying to bust out your last set or whatever.
But it's still amazing. He still killed it. Tell me anyone else that can do what he does on that level.
I mean, no. And again, I think that it's very artistic, very creative. I love his voice. Almost a one-man show, right? I'm sure there's other people in the band, but it just kind of just
Elton John. Yeah.
It's kind of just him. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's how, dude. I love the song. And you know what's funny? It's gonna be an added it after I left last time. It was already added. I put it on. We're driving home, and as we're driving, Savannah starts singing the song "Tiny Little Dancer," and I'm like, I look at her, and she's like,
"No way!"
And I on Everything I Love.
You didn't tell her you reacted to it?
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I'm just listening to the song we reacted earlier," and she's like, "Oh, I love this song," and I was like, "You know Elton John?" And she's like, "Heathen," like she literally is like heathen. All right, first of all, her uncle's a DJ. Second of all, she's like, her parents are like 70s, 80s. And she's like, my dad was into all that stuff. You know, it's just not your genre of music, so we don't really listen to it. But I told you before that she listened to what's that other song? Remember we paid the ridiculous amount of money for those tickets for the Eagles? Yeah, Hotel California. I was like, how much are these tickets? Who? I was like, $550 for who? I'm like, aren't they dead?
I have some Eagles songs you gotta listen.
Like I was like shocked that a group that old is still that relevant that they can charge $500 plus for tickets. I was like,
easy.
He's like, easy. They've got their fan base. Easy. Yes, my father-in-law is one of them. But yeah, dude, she started just singing it. She's like, oh, I love it. I was like, oh, I'm going to have to order some more from Professor Nick.
Tiny Dancer is one of the most popular songs of all time. And I'm not even exaggerating.
I will bet. You know what? Let's do it.
To the point, like I said last time, Hold Me Close, Tony Danza. People know that reference too.
Let's have a little fun with it, okay? We'll just random pull next time we're out. Have it on the
There
thing.
you go.
We'll do a quick record. Hey, $20 if you can name this song. I would say if we do just play a quick snippet of that song, and you can even put the little Tony
I don't
Danza
want
thing.
you going to these TikTok tweens. Doesn't count. Adults.
TikTok tweets. Adults, I guarantee you that less than 50% of people don't. 'Cause most popular song of all time? No way.
I didn't say the most popular. I said one of the most iconic and popular songs.
So
of
if it's
all time.
one of the most, you would say more than 50% of random
No,
people
yes, but
surveyed.
then you said the most popular. Absolutely more than 50%.
We have reached an accord. Oh, and we're gonna record it and put it on the video.
No,
for you
the
guys.
great thing is he's never going to do it.
Oh,
So I don't.
I'll tell you right now, Alexander. Guarantee you, he doesn't know it.
Alex,
He's not a tweener. Don't tell me he's a
no,
tweener.
Alexander. No, you can't choose
He's a
these
man
people.
child.
No, you can't choose these people that don't know anything outside of Philadelphia. Stop it. I will ask him about Jurassic Park. What's that? Stop it. He does not count.
He's over 30. He's not a tweener.
I had to stop making fun because he would get mad at me because I'm like, you don't know Back to the Future? You don't know this one? I think I saw the second one once. You shut your mouth. He does not count.
This is the PE teacher at the school.
He does
and
not
he's just
count.
like a former college baseball player and
no.
athlete. He has no life,
No.
worldly experience.
No, you're stupid.
Yes.
No.
That's one right there.
You said the streets. Stop it.
That is the street.
If you happen to see him at Old Navy or wherever you're going, then maybe. If you like our reaction, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what Elton John song he has to react to next time. And until next time.
We know all things.